Hello, hello. Welcome to your November success forecast. In these forecasts, I help you use the energy in your space, energy coming astrologically at us, and using both of those to back all of the hard work you're doing, all the action you're taking, and help you achieve what you want to achieve faster, help you hit your goals faster, help you manifest what you want to manifest faster. Because right now, you might be working really hard, you might be taking a lot of action, but when you have the energy supporting you, you get where you want to go faster. You get where you want to go more efficiently and in less time. And in the essence of time, there's some resources coming out for everybody who's subscribed to this channel, watches this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to be privy to all these things as they come out, subscribe now. We've got a lot of great, I have a lot of great things coming in creation for you. One of those being the 2026 Feng Shui Planner. I love this myself. People have commented that they like it, and I'm getting ready as we speak to make the 2026 Feng Shui Planner. And I would love to know, after I ask this question, pause this video and tell me your answer. What do you love about the Feng Shui Planner, and what could you do without? We don't have to take everything with us. I think it's been finessed. This is like year 3. I think it's getting more and more finesse. And really it's to help you. You cannot manage what you don't measure. The point of the Feng Shui Planner is to not only make notes about how to use the energy in your space so you remember like what are the tweaks I need to make so that I manifest what I want to manifest faster, but it's also to like remember that there's a lot of great things going on in your life. You have a lot of positive things, particularly in like it always helps me because high achievers, we want to go, go, go. We like forget to ever celebrate. We forget to that we've actually accomplished like anything that month. And then time goes by so fast and we never actually feel fulfilled because we don't remember anything that we've done. So how can we like feel proud if we forget everything, right? We're always on to the next thing. That's the purpose of these planners is to help you have a space to measure the steps you've had, the water you drank, the books you've read, whatever it is you want to track. And that's something you can write in the comments. Like, is there something else you want me to add space for that you're tracking that it would be helpful for you? And if I feel that it's like, yeah, that's a good one. I've never even thought about that. That'd be so helpful for all of us. I'm more than happy to add it to these planners. But even me, I started this October writing down the wins and filling out the pages. And I was like, I I was like, did anything good happen in October? I'm filming this on a gray day. And you know how it goes when the weather shifts. It's just like hard to think of anything good that happened. And as I started writing, I was like, oh yeah, this happened, this happened, this happened. It was a fantastic month. So much happened. And then at the end of October, there's also the spot for 90-day goals. That was something new that got added here. What are your 90-day gains? What was something that was really hard for you 90 days ago that's no longer difficult? Like that's a huge deal. Often we're measuring like how far away we are from the actual goal and we never celebrate how far we come. That's the purpose of these 90-day goals. So that was really so this is what they're for. They're to help you feel fulfilled, to help you cultivate that spotting all the things going right. If there's anything you'd like me to add or change, please add that in the comments. Other things coming up is speaking of like accountability, taking your life to the next level, managing things, measuring things, making goals. The Clarity Club is something that's coming out in January or February of 2026. That's going to be for there's something in your life that you just cannot seem to stick to. It might, or there's just like you don't have clarity around it. You don't know why you can't hit it, or you just like need some accountability with it, or you want to even like be more strategic about how you use energy. Right now you might be like really 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 in hustle mode all the time and you want life to feel a little bit more easy and a little bit more in flow, and you want to be working with your energy so that things don't feel so hard and stressed out all the time. That's what the Clarity Club is. That's coming out. Anybody who joins that is going to get the 2026 horse workshop for free. Wow, horse in 2026. Like, I can't believe I'm saying these words, these times, these dates. But that workshop, I've done a wood dragon workshop. I did a yin wood snake workshop. And this is great for anybody who uses these planners, or anybody who has goals for the year, anybody who never, like, they always get to the mid year and they're like, why didn't I just sit down and create a goal, create plans? And in the 2026 horse workshop, we're going to be doing just that, creating a vision, creating a plan, helping you reverse engineer those things in real time. We'll make tweaks to your house and your space so that the feng shui is working for you all year. So there's a lot of fantastic free resources, valuable resources coming for you. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, or you don't follow me on Instagram, do both of those things right now so that you're one of the first ones available for these resources and to get these bonuses, to get these treats, all the things. And before we get all excited, I will say too, normally I'm hesitant to talk about 2020, like the next year before even like end of December, because Lunar New Year is usually when we feel the energy of the next year come in, which is February. And so usually in November, I'm like, don't already give up on the year. There's so much left to accomplish. There's so much left to do. Like, don't already be thinking, don't give up when you have 3 more months of like work you can put in and you can start off your next year so, so strong. This one is a little bit different. I personally am claircognizant. I feel things, I know things like come in. I usually feel the future energy ahead of time. And I'm feeling it already, but I'm just like noticing it already too. Like, I don't even think it's just me. That horse energy is coming in. Snake is what we're in right now, and it is more of a planner. It's a shedding of skins. And so this is a year I'm actually going to be talking about the Yinwood, or well, the Yang Fire horse way earlier than I normally do. Like, more like the personal energy number videos are getting ready to come out. I'm going to be talking about the next year way sooner in the year than I usually do. So you want to be around for that as well. The planner. But what are we celebrating before we get too far ahead? Before we get too into November and how we can use it to our advantage, what are you celebrating in October? I think I just mentioned this, and I say I think because I am recording this video. So I already did one and I didn't like it and I'm redoing it. So if I haven't mentioned it, I think I did. That, like, it's hard to remember sometimes everything that happened in a month, especially when you're a high achiever and you're doing things and accomplishing things and like going, going, going. It's so important to slow down and celebrate what you've already accomplished. And when I sat down to fill out mine, I was like, nothing happened. But I remember filming the October forecast and being really excited about it, and then I was like, nothing happened, and as I start writing, I remember all the wins. So, take a minute, pause this video. What are you celebrating? And feel it. Feel the excitement here. Don't just think about the excitement here. And when you are done, unpause and I'll see you back here. Welcome back. Did you actually pause the video? Remember when I used to put in like music and pause, but I noticed that most people were just skipping the music. So it makes me wonder, did you even pause or are you just moving forward? Okay, what is one goal? Moving on from your celebrations, comment in the comment box below. What are you celebrating? I want to celebrate with you. And then moving forward, what is one goal you have for the month of November that if you accomplish it would move you closer to where you want to be at the end of the year? So remember when we first got this planner, we set a big goal we wanted to achieve by January, and we broke it into 12 steps. So this is step 11, November. What do you have to accomplish this month to keep you on track to accomplish that big year-end goal? This is important. Have you gotten off track? Do you have to come back? Did you forget your big goal? Or if you're here every month, then you definitely didn't, because we're doing this every month and it keeps you on track. These things are so beneficial. So what is that goal? What is it that you have to accomplish? This energy is all about November is a lot of like reworking on the foundation. I'm going to get into it. Look back at your monthly goal, write it down in your Feng Shui planner, look at what is the goal you have to accomplish, and then come back. Welcome back. All right. What is it that you have to accomplish if you're brave enough to share and you want to celebrate that and you want me to keep you accountable for that? I'll watch out for you next December. I will say, hey, so-and-so who commented in November that they have to do this, I'll look for you in December. If you want an accountability partner, I'm happy to be it. Now looking at the energy of this is going off the astrological energy from an Eastern perspective. So in the West, we talk about Sagittarius, Jupiter, 11th house, 12th house, Saturn, all those language. In Eastern astrology, we talk about fire, earth, metal, water, wood, and fire, pig, and wood, horse, etc. So similar things, but this is our interpretation of it. If you have a snake in your Bazi chart, whether it's your year, month, day, or hour, you are clashing with the pig. Or if you have pig in your chart, it's been a snake year. So you've had clash all year. Here we go, vice versa. This clash just means change. It's also when these two come together this year, it's a feeling of wanting to spend money as well. Like you might get this sense that's for everybody. You might get this specifically in November, this urge to spend money, this desire to spend money. And, be smart. But particularly snake and pig, you're going to feel this clash. If you've been wanting to move, this might happen. If you've been looking for a new apartment, a new house, you might find it this month. If you've been looking for change, wanting change, asking for change, if you have snake in your chart, then change is coming for you. And it could also just be that you try new restaurants, that you want to like shop more and change your outfit, change your hair. Again, be smart with your money and your hair color choices. In addition to that, the fire pig itself has characteristics of wanting us to give, also self motivation, growth minded. Here's the downside to that. The downside is this November energy that I've been preparing you all for. So I have mentioned, I don't want to say like warned you about November, but I have said September and October on my thumbnails in these videos. These are your last 2 months. December is very great energy. But as we wind down, because we know December gets hijacked a lot by the holidays, I was like, September and October are kind of your last chances to like really go big, go full speed, have new ideas, start new things. With November, it's not really warning about anything. It's just like giving you the weather forecast. So if I were to tell you the weather forecast, I'd say, hey, plan your trips when it's really sunny and nice and your travel will be smooth and you'll be in a good mood. That's the forecast. And then there's a forecast where there's a lot of snow and delays and don't plan your vacation. Well, in November, what I've been giving the heads up for, or the warning for, or the forecast for, is that November, the energy is duplicated. And we're going to get into it in the feng shui portion. But the downside is that you're going to feel motivated and growth minded, and you're going to want to do a lot. And the energy it's just gonna feel slower. It's gonna feel like you're walking through sand, walking through quicksand even, if you have not been putting the action things into place. So, like, for me, I already saw this heads up, and this is an example for you how you can use these things throughout the year, how I use these for myself. I saw that November's, like, not really gonna help me do a lot of the things that I wanna do. I'm in a good place foundationally, and everything else I need to do is like big, a new start, and it's gonna need more like energy behind it to like really make it go fast. And so I'm taking half of November off. I'm traveling, I'm going to see family, and because like the energy is just you can work. I've worked through months like this before. You've worked through months like this before. This is very similar energy to January and February. Remember how at the beginning of the year I was like, it's just slow. It's just sluggish. Like you have to just keep going, just keep working. And because you wanted to start the year off strong, but it's just a little bit frustrating because it's not instant gratification. So the pig is it's great. Lean into that self-motivation, lean into the growth mindedness that you're having and still take action on it, but don't expect immediate payoff. And then the same thing with giving. Give, start that law of reciprocity. Like you might even need to give to yourself because the other downside of this is over giving and like over pushing outwards. And you need to ask yourself, do I need to be giving to me? This MR is Mercury retrograde. It is also here for most of November. So, what do you need to revisit, redo, relook at, refresh? It's about, so this feng shui energy is going to be, it's very stable, it's very calm. And that's fantastic for us to go back and tweak some other things in our life. Tweak, if there's something like, I need to meal prep and I cannot seem to build the habit, or I need to like work on this workout stuff or this business stuff. It's like go back, revisit the plan, and there's very stable energy helping you. It's just like sitting there like a table, and you can work on that table and you can build these things and glue down what needs to get glued down, nail down what needs to get nailed down before you keep stacking things on top of each other. That analogy makes a lot of sense in my head, and I feel like the energy gave it across, came across. It will become clearer too as we get into the action step. So the two feng shui directions that are not helpful to any of your goals, because now we look at, okay, what's the energy of the month that I can use to help me get where I want to go faster. But first, there's two that aren't going to help you get very far. And that one that we will, should best to not use is the Northeast. There's actually a lot of like caveats to this, but for these general readings, this is the general reading. But your house specifically has feng shui energy that might feel a little different. And this is where we're going to get even more specific in the Clarity Club in the future. But for generally speaking, because I don't know your house, I don't know the energy in your chart or in your home, the Northeast is an area that is going to be just more exhausting, potentially more argumentative, potentially more aggressive. It just doesn't help you like feel good, sunshine, rainbows, have great ideas. It's going to be very heavy. It's going to want you to like work really hard. And so if you're already feeling low energy, down, or in some kind of conflict, like the Northeast is just not a very helpful area to make a lot of progress. The Northwest, similarly, if you're somebody who's prone to like overthinking things, feeling overwhelmed. It could even be like you have a ton of great ideas and it's just like idea, and you're not good at like executing on any of those ideas. You just keep thinking of all these new ideas, and so you never finish a project. You just like, so your brain's just always going. The Northwest, because this energy is duplicated, is not helpful to that. Like if that's already too overwhelming and you're like, I love that I'm creative, but I need to like execute on some of these. I need to make some progress. And that Northwest is not going to help you make progress. It's just going to help you keep being in your head. So if you're already somebody who's very in their head, clean up this area and don't use it if you can avoid using it. Obviously, if you just use something for the day, if you sleep there here and there, these things don't like overtake everything. It's 30 days of like just maybe work from a different area, maybe sleep in a different room. Just observe your own energy. And if you need reprieve, then now you know like why. You're not going crazy. Like just it's just that you sleep or you're working in or you're spending a lot of time in a direction that has a lot of difficult energy that month. And then you can move to a different room and get some reprieve. Okay. So those are the two to avoid or just be very aware of as you use. The three that are great, and I say great with a little bit of a caveat because again, they're duplicated. So they're not like really, they're not helping us create new things. It's not like full speed, the wind at our back. It's just a general light breeze where it's pleasant and it's like pleasant enough for us to still do our work and still be, but it's not like this nice gush of wind to like helps us get 10 steps ahead super fast. And again, that's why in September, I don't just say these things for clickbait. I probably should care about like being like more big and loud on my YouTube thumbnails. But when I say September, October, like these are the really the months to go full speed and build and go fast, listen, because now it's like, how much did you get done in those months? December is fantastic. So November is still worth doing things, pushing things, moving forward. It's just not an instant gratification month. So the positives are that in the Southwest, so in general, if you're wanting like just general support with ideas and pleasantness, that's the East. It's just like nice, it's fun, it's fire. It's just a nice pleasantness, this fire, this light. Whereas normally, if this energy wasn't duplicated, instead, if it was mixing with something else, it would be like more proactive, more you could meet somebody more, you could make money. This is like, it feels good in this room. That's the best way to describe it. I think I also said on here, and if I didn't, again, I'm sorry, this is my second take at this video. But January and February both had duplicated energies. At the beginning of the year, I don't know if you remember, but I was like, this is not the fun. Welcome to the new year. Like, you're going to be motivated and moving fast. Like, it was a very slow 60 days, very no instant gratification. And I was like, don't worry, the breakthrough is coming. But yeah, it's just not off to the races. Southwest is also good for money. It's just like stability with money. The Southeast, that was the Southwest. Southeast is good for clarity, for working, for like inspiration, for helpful people, for helpful guides and leadership. So these are like if you're just wanting to work and continue to build on what you've already got going, these three areas are great. Again, none of them are like particularly, usually I'm like use this one for relationships, use this one for money, but these are more just a general nice vibe to support you, but a bit of a moot point, unfortunately. So, all of that said with the aligned action is you can still go full speed in November, but if you went full speed in October, you got answers, you made progress, you saw money in the bank, you maybe met more of the helpful people, you grew your network, like you saw that all pay off. November's a little bit more of the plant the seed, and December is great. So, still go after it if you need to go after it. Or if you have done all this like me, then this is a great time this is how we know when to pull off the gas, when to you know, Tony Robbins, Ed Milet, it's almost like pedal to the metal all the time. But now as they're older, they're like, oh, I kind of wish I would have taken a break here and there. Well, astrology will tell you when it's a good time to pull back. Feng Shui will tell you when it's a good time to pull back. Just like I was saying with those forecasts, the energy will tell you when is a good time to travel or when is it a time to just know snowstorms coming and buckle down. This is a good month to, if you want a vacation, if you need to relax, go ahead and do that. And if you are not in a position, because maybe you didn't optimize all your other months, then this is a month to iron out the details and use this month as like a practice round because December is fantastic. It is like you do want to be in a beautiful place where you can just hit the ground running at the beginning of December. So I hope everybody watched until the end here because that's something important to know. December's so good that I even said to the people I'm visiting, I was like, I got to be back by December. The feng shui of my house is so good. The feng shui of the general environment, like bigger, more macro than just my house, is so good. I was like, I need to be fully in work mode because December's astrology December's feng shui is so good. Use this time to as a trial run in November. If you're like, oh, the garage is so unorganized, that's why I haven't started my Etsy shop. Clean the garage. If you are like, I need to build these shelves, build them. If there's all these like lingering things and these things that have been just getting kicked down the road or like stuff you've pushed under the rug, pick up the rug, address all those things. Again, with Mercury retrograde, it's like go back, address all the things that you've been kicking down or hiding or just turning a blind eye to. And this is the month to like clean up all that base, really put some solid ground on so that you can run fast in December. That is everything I have for you today. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It helps me grow this channel. It helps us help other people feel inspired, feel proactive, feel like they can make the most of their lives and find fulfillment again. In that fulfillment, the 2026 Feng Shui Planner is coming out, the personal energy number forecasts are coming out, all these great things to get excited about the new year, feel great about your current life. All of that energy is here, what we do at Elemental Clarity. Like this video if you found it helpful in any way, and I will see you in the next one.